I think we should go first.
No, I don't think I should.
Chris, would you like to
No.
first?
John, I think you should go first for stealing my hat. Zach.
This is fair.
Chris is first.
You don't have to stand up.
I know, but it helps to make sure people can see who's speaking if we stand. Except you, I guess.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Yeah. So when it's said that band is a family, you can take it either way, really. Actually, you can take it in two ways with all the good and bad that come with it. You can think of it as your standard family, complete with extended cousins, who some of them you barely even know, others you like, others you hate. There's always that one branch that causes all the drama. I hear some people whispering out certain sections. Yeah. Then you've got the other interpretation, the mafia-style family, where no matter what, legal or illegal, if you're in the band, someone's gonna have your back. Through thick and thin, sure, some people are gonna be out to get you, but there's gonna be even more people there to stab them right back.
I will go for you,
I can get physically more terrified now. I'm just
Don't worry, I terrify a lot of people. Okay, that's...
Going down the
Yeah, Zach!
You don't have to Australia.
You don't have to stand.
Okay.
I guess.
Just a question that Mr. Myers was asking is what band means. What band means to me is just having a lot of fun, just doing what people like to do. Chris also said family. That's true also. It's just fun. So enjoy all years of band. It's fun. All your friends and everything. Fun.
Quiet, it's really true.
Okay. This is my family. When my mom killed herself, my freshman year, this literally became my family. They supported me throughout the entire thing. It's been rough. It has its ups and downs, should I say. It's fun, it's boring, it hurts. Does anyone else agree with that?
Yeah. Okay, fine.
It's band. We are all one. We all work together, we all get things done. Throughout thick and thin. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so I know I'm a senior freshman in band, but I have known all of you for a really long time, as I have been friends with Harrison and John and the rest of the seniors since freshman year. And this feels more like a family to me than Vocal Infinity and any other sport or anything I've ever played has. Like, this is like more of a family. This is not like a giant band that's each section's competing with each other to be the best. This family all cares about each other. Like, everyone really cares about each other, and that means a lot because my home life's not the greatest either sometimes. Like, there's been a lot of dust in my family in the past couple years, and the band and my friends in band have been the best supporters. And it means a lot to me, always. And I love all of you, and I think you all are gonna do amazing things. And I appreciate you guys letting me do band my senior year, even though I'm a senior freshman.
Okay, it's my turn. I had nothing prepared for this at all. I'm starting to cry. It's fine.
A lot of actually cry about it.
So freshmen, raise your hands. So you guys are probably like, oh, George. Okay, so y'all are like, oh, seniors, you know, you're all so old, blah blah blah. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, you're old.
Like,
Yeah.
we are old internally, but we're just as young as you, but also you will be here before you know it. All 4 of your years, like everything, every moment, every rep, every performance, you will remember to your core. Like when I can guarantee all of you guys, or maybe some of you, maybe not all, but some of you can go and literally go concert by concert and tell what 3 pieces you play for every concert, your entire middle school career. I guarantee there's probably all of us could do that from 6th grade, the first note we played in 6th grade, number 1 in Essential Elements, all the way to graduation. Guarantee we can list every single piece. There is so much that happens, embrace it all. Like seniors, we're still not even fathoming that we're right here, giving these talks. Like we're not even here. Like this is a dream. Like we're gonna come tonight and I'll cry because we'll be like, oh my god, I get my senior speech and it's crap. But like it'll go by so fast. Enjoy the friendships. Don't be afraid to make friends with any of us just because we're leaving. Like we're not scary. John bites, but it's just.
Hey, I don't bite.
John's the only one that's biting.
Sometimes.
But like, it goes by so fast. Just embrace it all and just work so hard because you're gonna get to this point, and if you're like, man, I didn't really push that hard, it hurts. But just keep going at it all your years, man. And you got 4 more years. Like, just send it. That's all I gotta say.
You know, I told myself we'd get here and I wouldn't be crying by the time it was my turn.
That was the biggest lie you ever told
This is
yourself.
absolutely the biggest lie. I tried to prepare for this so many times. I was like, no, I have time. The reality is you don't have as much time as you think you do. Like, I can remember being a freshman like it was yesterday. I can remember looking in at the senior circle and thinking, one day that'll be me, but I have time. You don't have as much time as you think you do. Enjoy the time you have, because through this program, I have met some of the most important people in my life. Some of the most important people, some of my best friends, who I couldn't do life without. I couldn't do life without this band. Just don't take it for granted. It's hard, it sucks, some days it really does. You go home and you never want to get up and go again, but just don't take it for granted because you don't have as much time as you think you do. You'll be right here where we are in a blink of an eye. And not know what to do with yourself. You'll keep thinking.
That's facts.
You'll keep thinking, I have time, I don't need to think about it, I have time. But as of tomorrow, we're done with band camp forever. Like, that's something I only started realizing this week. We're done with band camp forever.
Oh shit.
Like, just don't take it for granted. You don't have as much time as you think you do. Enjoy the time you have. Enjoy the people you have. I'm gonna cry hard if I keep going.
So I am a very emotional person, and I thought we were actually gonna do senior speeches earlier, so I started crying, and now I'm not. So
It's okay, you gotta know.
Yeah, you gotta know before.
Sometimes it's better.
Like, we can understand you.
anyways, the past years have been the greatest 5 years ever. Like, I never thought that I would make these type of friends, and they have been by my side throughout everything. And it goes by so fast. Like, 5 years ago, I was in 8th grade. I'm a senior now. And it's crazy. from the very beginning. I'm so
Wow.
It's all me, right? You hate this.
Oh, it's
No,
us.
It's all.
Probably me, all things considered. I'm
I
your
really thought you guys actually hated me when
Oh.
you were here, so I didn't
Are you
bother.
Jesus.
Really, Taylor?
So, my word of advice is to be really close with your class because they are really the best feeling you can have.
Well, so I guess what band means to me is kind of like our fellowship. It's kind of like I've met some of like the best people I've ever met in band for these past 3-some years. And from like crazy like a Bible in a bathroom. I don't know. It's paved very unexpected ways. I've learned that like it just shapes you as a person really. Like all those things on the board do actually just like happen throughout the season, and they just do. I don't really know how. My advice would be that like you just try really, because later in the season we say something and we give a chant that's "you will leave no doubt," and it is probably a very true statement that you can take with you anywhere into life. I've took it to a lot of different places and it's really helped me. I don't know.
Hi guys. Start off. I cry so easily. I cry when I'm mad, when I laugh, when I'm sad. So definitely just a little warning. I think my favorite part about like being in band the past years is like seeing like how much people can grow from it, or like how I've grown, and watching other people progress through that. Cause like I've always been like very worried about like how others see me, and I focus on that so much sometimes, especially like freshman year, and they're like everybody always makes jokes about being kids, like, oh, she's a band, like whatever, you know. And I remember like being like I wanted to do band, I love it, and then I was just so worried like, oh, what are they gonna say, like, oh, that's so weird, or like we walk past the football players or a soccer team and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And Rafe Plotz would always like when we were going out to the games, like just I was always right behind him in like our lineup, and he'd always, I'd be like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And then he would just be like, why do you care? Like, and he did not care what anybody thought at all, ever. And he really helped me like get over that and find hope, and just like always reassured me. He's like, why do you want, like, you shouldn't care what anybody thinks, like this is what we've been doing, like you love this, like, and always like encourage me to just stop caring what they think. And like every year I'm like, oh, I'm not doing band next year, like I'm not gonna do it. And literally every year, I'm like, I'm not doing it next year, and then every year, thank you.
Now where you go.
Every year it comes along, I'm like, oh, I can't quit, like, cause I'm just so attached to it, and you just meet the greatest people, and it's not like there's so many people at our school who like they don't give a crap, like you'll talk to them, your friends, but like a lot of people they just like coast through. But like in band, like if somebody's upset, if I'm upset, like somebody can tell like that, like I'm like doing band and cross country, like I'd always get so stressed out, and like freshman year I'd come in and Brittany Grigsby would always like, she could always tell if something was wrong, and then she'd talk me through it, or Kaiser would take me into his office, and just, you meet like the most genuine people, and the greatest bonds. And it's just like, and watching people who like came in freshman year, like after being in it a couple years, and watching them like go from like not talking at all. Like I remember when Jazz came in, and Jazz would not say a word. Like I could not get him to talk for like he
You're almost silent.
he really don't. And then like it's just like people come in really quiet, like, but watching them like break through their shell and meet like their people, because nobody in band is ever gonna judge you. Like, you're never gonna. It's such an. I just love how open of a space it is. Like, you're never gonna feel judged, and you know that anybody in the room will always be there for you and always like has your best interest truly and just wants to be there for you. And I just want to say thank you to all the people who have done that for me, because I've made the best friends that I know that I will have for forever.
Okay, so I remember like freshman year when I was watching these speeches for the first time and like seeing or just like hearing the seniors talk about like how much like of a family, and like I know like, you guys like talked about this earlier, but like, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, I don't really think it's that like close. Like, I'm not gonna be a part of that. But okay. Wrong. Yeah, it was just. It's so funny how like, yeah. I don't know. It was just funny how I thought that to myself, because it's like band is like one of the places that like I feel most accepted in than anything else I did, and I felt like I really fit in with people here, and like just not. I don't know. It was just like different here, because I don't know. I just felt like I could be more of myself, and yeah, and I know I'm like really nervous right now, but I've definitely been able to like feel more confident through like being in band and like as a musician, and just like learning music, and like the effect it gives you when like you listen to it, or like you see a performance from other bands. And like I just remember like for my freshman year, I just felt like I couldn't really, I don't know, I just didn't really think I'd be as good as like Hunter or Sam, because they were just such good players. But now I'm like, I don't know, I guess I feel better about like being more confident enough to like sound good and like really perform. And yeah, I guess, yeah.
Everybody talks about, or everybody said something about how time flies, and it really does, because I feel like yesterday I went to bed after my first freshman cross country practice on top of band in the same day, getting here at 7 a.m. for cross country and leave at 9:30 p.m. for band, and now I'm here, and it really does go by. I guess people say super corny, like time flies when you're having fun, but it really, really does. So definitely, like Sienna said, do the things you do, because why you gotta live your life super happy, doing the things that you want to do. And kept saying I was gonna quit, never did. I just don't quit. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But the time really, really, really went by fast, and I wish I could have almost like done more, because right now I can list you so many things that I wish I would have done. And I mean, I still have like 100,000 years left, but the things that I could have done like ago. I had more to say, like it's not coming. Yeah, I guess playing music is super fun.
hard, but you really have to push through. Like the things that we put up on the board, you have to push through because there's gonna be a good outcome to it. Because I know last year the cold 7 a.m.s, the cold 6 p.m.s, and the really high 8 a.m.s, but I ended up walking out of Lucas Oil Stadium with the biggest smile on my face, and I thought it was so worth it. And moments like that make me want to work harder, even outside of band, because it showed me that working hard really does pay off, and especially when it's doing something that you really want to do, and if it's something that really makes you happy. So I think things that I learned in band, I'm gonna keep applying into my life in the future, because it showed me a lot of discipline, and it showed me to not really care about what people think. It showed me dyeing my hair weird colors and telling people outside of band about my opinion. It was really fun, and I think I know I can leave band with a really big smile on my face and not regret anything that I did in this room, or at any competition, or at any concert, any honor band that I ever did. I mean, I still have so much music because I never want to let it go. So definitely have fun in here doing things that you like, and you won't regret it. You won't.
Hey kids.
Hey,
Brad.
Was that Amy?
Well, this winging it might not have been the best bet for being second to last in the line.
No.
But, God, I've been in this for 3 years. I'm not sure if we have any here, but there might be at least one person that's been here for at least 4 years. And just in this lineup here, we have years and years of experience. And combined with all of y'all, we have thousands of years of combined experience that we can just throw out into a field. And it's mind-boggling to think about how much like knowledge we all can present. And we're all just one group, We all we are one. We are the band. And I remember we made it down to Lucas, and it's I'm sitting down there, and I'm standing next to one of my friends. We're just looking out. All I could think of was this. It just wasn't real. It didn't feel like it. I mean, now that I look back into it, it felt like it was instant. But in that moment, time just stopped. It was the most surreal feeling that I've ever felt, and it's undescribable. Just that moment in time, and it just feels like you're taking one big deep breath, and on the exhale, you're letting out all of that experience, all of that knowledge, just in one straight shot. And it's something that I'm not sure if I'm going to experience again. So yes, I'm just going to take my time and see if I can't keep trucking through this last year, because after this, that's it.
I really wish the others would have taken a bit longer. I didn't really want to talk. I don't really talk to many people in here, but I'm really observant, and I watched everyone and how much they've improved and all. I remember my freshman year. Starting off, it was like it was very heavy hours. I really thought I could get through it. I'm like, easy. It's gonna be fine. No. I was really, really wrong. Halfway through, I guess, the week of 14, 13 hours, I guess, I kind of didn't want to be part of this anymore. I did the cliche thing of I would go shower and I would just cry in there. Pretty cliche, movie like, dramatic of me. But I I really did cry there, and I would always think, I'm not gonna be part of this. This is not my family. Like, why would they be my family? I mean, they're strangers to me. I'm not close to them. I don't know them. They're all gonna leave. Might as well not be close to any of them. But I was very wrong because around that time, I was in very bad shape mentally, and I remember my senior summer. I would break down in rehearsals, after rehearsals, cry, have anxiety attacks. I remember she would come up to me, leave what she was doing, and come to me and hug me, try to get me to calm down. She really helped me, and that's from someone that I considered a stranger, and I really thought wouldn't be family, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Why should I care? And but you might not feel like affectionate right now towards your section or towards seniors or like people in general in here. But next thing you know, you have that affection there for people. It's not a thing you force yourself to do. It's just there. It happens. Throughout the years, seeing people come and go. Some which I'm closer to, some to others I'm not close at all. I mean, the results were the same. I would end up crying whenever they did their senior talks. Then going back to freshman year. I remember we went to semi day and we didn't make it. I remember everyone crying. But I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, why am I even crying? I mean, this isn't that important. It's just band. But there I was, being a hypocrite, crying my eyes out. Couldn't stop crying, and moving on to my other years. Sophomore year, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like it because during that time we did that guy. We did that guy. No. Really cringe in my opinion. Especially since like football players, other people in general, like people that are not a band, we would show up, we would be like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, we're gonna play bad guy, we're gonna have to say duh. Like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna pay attention or anything. We went on that field, we played it. I remember none of us students that can clapping. I felt really bad when that happened, but I mean, it's bad guy. We really went back. It wasn't anything too interesting, so that was that. I was really embarrassed that year, especially since that's when like, I guess people started in school, like started like, not saying bullying, but like really calling people weird for being in band because of the show. All because of the show. Then, I want to just say, sometimes when seniors leave, it hits me, sometimes it didn't. My sophomore year, it didn't really hit me that hard. I'm not sure why, probably because I didn't feel that close to my seniors that year. Like, yeah, I love them and all, but like, not as close. But then, last year came, and it was Evie. And I was very close to Evie since my freshman year. She was the first one to get me to talk, and I would not talk a lot. I mean, I barely talk now, but like, I rarely talked then. I wasn't close to anyone, and Evie was the first one who helped me get out of my shell. I remember her, and she would always help me, and I would feel so bad for her because she would have to deal with me. And then throughout the years, we got closer and closer. I mean, it's always like the next year you're closest to, like, you could probably be like a junior, and you could feel closer to senior because they were there when you got there. So you feel more close to them, and it goes on and on. But last year it really hit me when Evie left, because she was there for a lot of nah, I would quit before being up here. Like, no jokes. I was like, yeah, no, that's dumb. Why would I do band again? They're just gonna call me names. They're just gonna call me weird. It's gonna be so embarrassing. Walking out with a uniform, play my instrument. No one's gonna clap except for the parents, but their parents, they're gonna support, you know. And they're probably gonna pity us. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I mean, you shouldn't really care what your peers think. I mean, right now, even I struggle with that still, because it can be brutal. It can be brutal what they say, and it can really affect the way you see things. But yeah, like time flies. Next thing you know, you're up here. Next thing you know, it might be like what, halfway through the season. Probably like talks, or next thing you know, we might be on senior night, giving our actual like last few thoughts, speeches. Then comes graduation, when you actually get to say bye to your seniors. At that moment, you're gonna think of it as, oh, they're leaving, graduation, normal, right? No, those seniors aren't just seniors from what I've seen in my previous years. They are basically like second parents is what I consider them. Sometimes my very best friends or family at that point, you know. So like, yeah, enjoy band while you're here. I mean, yeah, it can be really hard. Recently, I'm doing really dumb stuff. I'm really sleep deprived. I'm really tired.